1984 national champion BYU Cougars, and this, one of the more intimidating venues in all of college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bruins will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So BYU's offense takes the field. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. BYU lines up quickly. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Snags it over the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So the UCLA Bruins offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
That's a nice looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Bruins.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. BYU right back to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. No matter the sport, he epitomized a UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Garrison. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Wall. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Bruins will punt this one away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Cougars will hustle to the line. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And here comes the punt team. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
This quarterback part of their running game. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Balkinson. Bulls his way forward. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. You've got to be able to make good decisions. You've got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Fast motion from the offense. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man in the middle. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! What a grab and go for the score. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Powers through the defender. At midfield, he's got room. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. UCLA 14, BYU 3. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And the Bruins have enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball
fires one high and deep. Got it in stride at the 15. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Handoff to the fullback. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
First and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
Just 9 seconds to play here in the half. Let's see if they come out guns a-blazing. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. They move the tight end all over. Toss to the outside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCLA.
The Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive there.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And now on second down for this offense. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Holding, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. It's a draw. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
He makes a catch. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cougars. And once he got loose, it was all over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Wall. He uncorks one deep. Brings it down on the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Unloads to the wideout. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Using the quick game. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 4 over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
BYU lines up quickly. They try to pop a run on the draw. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football, try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. They'll try to snap it quickly. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They're trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The Cougars want to move quickly.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Look out, he's got room. Touchdown, Bruins. And the route is on. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws for the tight end. And the timing just a hair off.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Garrison. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Here we go. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to
give him 6. Touchdown, BYU.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and